Welcome to That 80s Show, and every now and again we like to bring a guest into that 80s show universe. But Dori, sometimes I like the guest, I like it when I have clothes that are not as old as our guest.
Our guest is indeed young. Our guest did not even exist in the 80s.
Our guest?
I've made an exception for this one.
Okay.
I have.
He barely existed in the 2000s. So, he's a friend of the show, comments on the show. We've mentioned him before. If you listen to some of our other content, he is a ex-co-host of mine on Working Title FC, but maybe a future co-host. We don't know. We refer to him in normal life. He's got a different name on the show. We refer to him as Young Ryan.
Young Ryan, yes.
Possibly, other than our children, the youngest person I know.
One of the youngest people I know for sure.
It's outrageously young.
Can I tell you?
Can't even remember.
This is quite the introduction. It's so nice on that 80s show. You come in at 28 years old and you described as so young.
You're a baby.
Outrageously young.
Baby.
But that is Young Ryan. So we bring him in because Young Ryan is off or not on adventures. We don't know. He doesn't know. He's got people confusing his life. And before he leaves, I mean, he's if you listen to Cliff Central, you do hear him on air. But he's off on some adventures.
He is. And I'll tell you, he asked to be on the show because he listens. He's a fan. He enjoys the show.
Fantastic.
He's like, before I go, please, can I be on that 80s show?
You know, it's one of those things when I look at the stats. And pretty much the people who listen to our show kind of fall in the 45 plus demographic. And you see this little dot under 30.
I'm just the dot.
He's the dot.
Ryan's the little dot.
Can I tell you, I've been on many shows on Cliff Central, but for some reason, this has been the hardest one to get on.
Yeah.
It's taken me over 2 years to get on the show.
We're an
very
award
strict.
winner. We're an award-winning
stick to our own
podcast.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Congrats on that, by the way.
And congrats on hosting yourself an award-winning sports podcast. But we're not about that.
I got a great team on that one. So.
This is a very it's a very difficult show to get on. Only the most important people like Thomas Anders get on.
That dude who hosted the that TV show where you could exercise and stuff.
Dr. Phil Jaffe.
Dr. Phil Jaffe.
It's a good interview.
Certain
There.
exception, for sure.
Very certain exception. So, Ryan, what brings you to that 80s show?
So my uncle has a horrible addiction to the 80s, and so growing up.
Wait. Did you just say horrible addiction?
Well, I meant
all addictions are horrible.
Yeah, like I meant he's got a CD that's been stuck in his car since he got a new car, so that thing just goes and goes and goes.
Was it Wham?
No, it wasn't Wham. It's a compilation of multiple 80s hits.
Okay.
So like now, if I mention some songs that are not in the 80s and they may be 90s, I do apologize, but they are pretty old to me.
We might forgive you. Let's hear.
Like Lemon Tree is his favorite song.
90s.
90s. Damn. What about the Gambler?
The Kenny Rogers.
I think that's 70s.
I think that's 70s. Okay.
I'm really not hitting the
doing
mark
very
on the
well so
show.
far.
Third one. You just you range finding.
Brian Adams. I mean, Rod Stewart.
Which Brian Adams song? Summer 69?
Summer 69.
Okay, there we go.
80s.
Good. We got there in the end.
Did it.
Bon
Yeah.
Jovi.
84.
Bon Jovi's good. Bon Jovi's good. So, okay.
So this is a 70s, 80s, 90s
Oh,
compilation.
man.
Well, it's a kind of a rewind. Remember, Dori, when we first started the show, we called it the Friday Rewind, but we never rewound further than the 80s. We basically got there and the rewind button on our video machine broke.
To be fair, if you go look on Netflix, there is that 80s show, TV series, which now has progressed to, is it that 90s show?
So there was that 70s show, which was the well-known one.
Show.
Yes.
Then they did that 80s show, which
I'm still getting through on YouTube.
and it's on Plex. My
Is
favorite
it on
platform's on Plex.
Sorry, I meant that 70s
It is
show. I meant
so
that 70s
terrible.
show.
It's very bad.
So bad.
Even for 80s. So,
I still have one episode left. I haven't got to it.
So, like we say, in the universe of, and then Ryan, you're quite right, because then they basically took all the characters that were from that 70s show and put them as adults and parents in the 90s and made that 90s show.
No,
but
except
that
for one,
80s show wasn't connected to either of them.
No.
What we
that
do
80s
say to
show-
people is like, listen, you've got two choices on that 80s show.
Yeah.
One's really shit, and the other one's the TV show. So make a choice. What you gonna pick? But Dori, we're talking young. You're young.
Am I young?
You're young, Dori. I got a gift for you. I've been talking about this gift, not my gift. I'm very bad.
Oh, from cousin Louis.
Your birthday was in November. Cousin Louis gave me this. Said, please give this to Dori. It may not sound like it, but Dori and I are very seldom in studio together. We don't often see each other.
Special occasion.
Talk all the time. I got a gift for you.
Okay. Paolo's reaching
is this
down.
a live gifting?
It is a gift. It's
a
an
live
unboxing.
gifting, yes.
An unboxing.
Paolo's just reached down. He's got a green bag with
It's even got Christmas baubles.
It's got a nice little, what do you call that thing on the side? Nice little bow on the side.
Sorry,
there.
you can see it's been a while because the packaging's got like pretty fucked up.
Okay, I'm going to open.
You got to ASMR it. You got to like put it like
Dori's
a
face
really...
is surprised.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't see what it is yet. It
No,
looks fascinating.
it's very well wrapped. Cousin Louis will wrap the shit out of something. He will wrap it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
It
it is
It's
really wrapped.
heavy. It's got like a foam protection on it.
Yes, it's got Christmassy ribbons.
Christmassy ribbons.
Which
It
are
looks like a little snowman, to be fair.
Okay, I'm going to pull it out of its wrapping.
Ooh.
It is a bottle of Esprit.
It's a bottle of Esprit.
Spree.
That is so funny.
Now,
Thank you,
explain
cousin Louis.
explain to young Ryan why it is funny.
This is the first alcohol, not the first alcohol I ever drank, but this is the alcohol I used to drink when I was 13 in the 80s.
Outside pan burgers.
No, just on the way home from school, really.
How's your day
We
been,
used to
Dori?
stop at the
Are
bottle
you,
store on the way home from school because we used to walk home. Me and my friends used to walk home. We used to stop at the bottle store, get some Esprit and drink it while we carried on walking home because it was the 80s.
It was
Gen
80s.
X.
Oh, well, I mean, fair
Gen
enough.
X, gotta love us.
I had a friend in college who was way older than all of us. He was about 30 at the time. I was like 22. And he would always stop at the bottle store on the way home. And I used to tell him, Dan, you cannot drink and drive. And he'd say, Ryan, I stop and sip. And so, fair enough, you know.
Dan, 80s child. That is 80s mentality. The only disappointment about that gift is it's the new bottle.
I know. I was looking at it. I was like, it looks relatively new.
I
It doesn't
know.
look like
And
it's from
you know
the
what?
80s.
I wouldn't even remember what it tasted like.
I'm
I
te-
wouldn't
What
remember.
flavor does it say there, Dori?
It says flavors of apple with a twist of cherry.
So not commitment.
nice.
Definitely not a flavor I drank in the 80s.
No, definitely not.
I remember something very orange.
There was a
Very orange and very bright green.
Now, the colors were...
I mean, this
Like
does have
Lumo
a
drinks.
cream soda green, kind of.
I'm
No.
sure it's delicious. I will drink it when it's cold. I'm not going to drink it now.
no, it's very warm.
It's very hot.
It's been in the mail.
Oh, no, it's been around for a while. It's
not in the fridge.
It has
to be clear.
not been
Not
in a
the
fridge. It has not been in a
So
fridge.
I will take it home and chill it and drink it this weekend.
well
and I'll
done.
report back.
Okay, we've had 5 heat waves since that thing's been out of a fridge. So
Literally.
good luck. Good luck with
So what
that.
you're saying is it might be extra fermented.
It's gonna definitely,
Have a kick.
yeah.
What's the percentage on that, just out of curiosity?
Let's see. The percentage is 4.5%.
4.5, huh?
I like it was 6 point something in the 80s.
Definitely was 6 points.
7 point something even.
72.3 something in the 80s.
They've really diluted it for us these
Yeah, I
days.
know. Things had more sugar, more alcohol, more Satanism.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys about the Satanism thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, boring podcast stuff. One thing you got to do in your podcast, you got to make sure you got SEO, good keywords, tag. So when people are Googling stuff, they find it. Now,
And you
often,
had Satanism in the title of that episode.
often, because, I mean, the 80s was all about everything was satanistic, and we often talk about it.
Right.
So Satanism is often in our metadata. Get a lot of Satanists liking our Facebook page.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I mean, they seem like pretty normal people. I mean, we understood.
Apparently they're pretty normal people. It's quite disappointing, actually.
It's just so, I don't know. Are we like do anything for a listen? Or do we where do we draw the line? So,
Do you have an age range on Satanists? I mean, what
we
are
don't have an
looking
age range. Look, the plus side is our keywords are working.
Very
We
nice.
definitely.
The SEOs are kicking in.
The SEO's kicking. Listen, Ryan and everyone. So last week, we get very excited about the George Michael coin.
Yes.
Okay. So Ryan, the Royal Mint, has made a George Michael coin. Okay. Very fantastic. We were debating. I'm ordering that one with the color.
So how much are you ordering this for?
Okay. So
This is fantastic.
So it's worth £5, but that one is about 600 Rand. Okay. Plus, I assume courier fees. They got to fly someone over in an armored airplane, Air Force One. Air Force One, that's the only way it's going to get delivered to you.
Or Airwolf.
Airwolf, even better. I mean, underground tunnels from Tony Pike's Island.
A-Team could
Definitely
possibly go
not
get it for you.
Ryanair. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not Ryanair. No. The A-Team. I mean, that's the level of security, right? I don't know how much
This
that's
is an
going to
epic
cost.
coin. Like, you've described this to the listeners, right?
Yeah, we have. So last week we put the photo up. Everyone's seen. Controversy, guys.
What?
Controversy.
Okay.
So obviously there is a Facebook page called George Michael Collector. Okay. They're all about the George Michael merch. And they're saying, because we got quite enamored. A George Michael coin, guys. George Michael. Wow, wearing aviators. Look at his hair. In honesty, like, I'm not a coin engraver. I'm not a minter. I've never made money, I promise. Swear, never. Remember in the 80s when we first got printers, we started photocopying money? Color printers. Did you do that? I did that.
I did that as a kid.
Yeah. He used to photocopy money and just like slip it in a tuck shop and just hope for the best, and he got slapped.
Well, when I was a kid, I got coins in my chip packets.
This guy.
Got 2 rand coins in there. If we were lucky.
I don't even want to. I don't want to explore that.
2 rand notes from my childhood.
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're very excited about the George Michael coin. But if you're honest, Dori, I don't know if you can see properly. It doesn't look a lot like George Michael.
No.
Like, it's George, it's George Michael because it says George Michael and you're a fan of George Michael. You're like, it doesn't look heaps like George Michael, if I'm really honest.
It could be a George Michael
Gives me a
impersonator.
little bit of a David Bowie vibe.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can imagine it's very hard to engrave. So on the George Michael Collector, I start seeing a bit of a Facebook conversation pop up. The original designer of the coin is not happy with the way the coin came out. Oh, because that's not her design. They've changed it. So when she designed it, I'm going to show you guys here.
Now that's more an accurate.
So Sandra Diana, she is allegedly the person who designed the coin. And that is her submission. It's very photorealistic.
I mean, how are you going to get that on metal?
That's what I'm saying,
Like, I
because
think
Oh,
there's
well, I mean,
limitations.
easily, but on a little tiny coin is another situation.
that's what I'm saying. So from the George Michael Collector, the post says, here's the actual design, folks. As mentioned, this is her actual design. She did a fantastic job despite the outcome. Show her some love, folks, and let her know we appreciate the effort. So now people are saying, I don't want the coin because it doesn't look like, but that's a lot of detail. There's reflection. I mean, she's even painstakingly, every stubble is individual.
Stubble.
And the hair's textured as
The
well.
hair's textured.
Not
Like,
to mention, I didn't notice that it was a guitar.
that I didn't see I didn't
a
notice the
guitar neck
guitar before.
behind
Yeah,
him,
I
yeah.
didn't know that I didn't pick that up.
I didn't pick that
either.
up.
I thought it was
I thought
London Town.
That's
I also didn't
thought
realize
the
it was a
same thing.
guitar.
Yeah, it's like a sound wave with a guitar.
That's way cooler.
So now I'm going, do I still buy this piece of shit?
Well, it's the only one you can have unless you're going to make that one.
No one can make that one. We're going to put this up, that 80 Show essay, on Facebook so you can have a look. Decide, what should I do? Should I still buy it?
Because that's where all your listeners are.
That's where everything is. That's where the Satanists
There
are.
it is.
You know, I hate to start the show
mean,
on such a downer.
It's on brand for George Michael for there to be controversy.
Of course.
What's in his glasses? What have they like?
It's-
What's the reflection?
Do you really want to know? No, it looks like the back of a back of a guitar. It was like a back of or a urinal or a
You're right.
policeman. I don't really know what's in there. Imagine for yourself. Could be
It's like a Rorschach. Whatever you see
right.
is what you see.
Right.
exactly.
is who
Subjective.
you are.
Well, I think I revealed a little bit too much. Now, of course, last week when we were talking about the George Michael coin, we wondered if we could make a George Michael economy and buy George Michael products off the George Michael website with our George Michael coin. And we love 80s celebrity merch because, Ryan, that's what happens with 80s celebs. You know, they're big in the 80s, make movies, make TV shows, huge. But then the royalties only carry on for so long. So they need to also keep themselves busy.
Yeah.
New revenue streams, other business ventures.
They can't all go off and race cars like Andrew Ridgeley.
Exactly. They always got to do something. And
Or Freddie, I forget his name, from Malcolm in the Middle. What's
Freddie Muniz
Freddie
Jr.
Muniz, yeah.
90s again. What are we going to do with this guy?
I mean, this is the problem with having someone so young.
I'm really not hitting this
sign
right.
on the door says that 80s show.
It does say that.
That's what the sign says. I love 80s celebrities merch and I love Thomas Anders. And I think Thomas Anders is a very spicy man. So I was very pleased to find Thomas Anders, my best friend and yours, of Modern Talking, in case you don't know, has released a range of spices. So I present to you the range of Anders version,
Oh
the
my
Thomas
gosh.
Anders spices. They are so spicy. Excuse my accent. You can get chili flocken spices. You can get curry classical bio spices, arrabbiata spices, antipasta spices, krauter spices, Thomas Anders spices. So I spat all over the mic
You
there.
did.
I
Just
am
wiping it off my face.
I am dilly over grill steak spices for if you want to make a nice steak.
So how much do these spices cost?
They're about €5 on average, which I think is pretty good value for a spice. If you can see,
Will he be bringing the spices with him when he comes here?
he'll be bringing some spice, that's for sure. Now, Dori, if you can just look here, I've zoomed on it because there's a lovely little photo of him
I see it.
on the spice with signed by Thomas Anders version spices.
Full head of hair, huh?
Chamis Baruha a la Thomas. Those are Thomas Anders spices for your mouth. Put them on your food. Put them in your mouth. Spice.
You should do the ad campaign.
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, check out the hairline on that.
Oh no, Thomas Anders got fantastic hair. This is, I want you guys to look again, all that 80 Show SA Facebook page. There is like a lovely display. Imagine walking into your local deli and you see, that looks like Thomas Anders in a chef's. What's that chef's thing?
Yeah, it's like an apron.
An apron, thank you. I've got a chef's dress.
Close enough.
Thomas Anders, of course, he's not wearing a chef's hat. That
No,
hair
no.
is.
Why
You don't
would you-
cover that
you
hair.
don't
No.
cover that hair.
No. The thing is, I wanted to buy a Thomas Anders advent calendar, but
Yes.
we decided no good. It's got alcohol chocolates in it. They're not, they're not going to last. They're going to get damaged.
Wait, so this guy's in spices and advent calendars.
He's in everything.
Wow.
Thomas Anders, he just does everything. If he can put his name on it, he's going to put his name on it and sell it to me predominantly.
You are the target market for sure.
But now, do you buy these spices and use them, or do you buy them and keep them?
Listen, whatever you want to do with the Thomas Anders spice, I mean, really,
Spice.
you can do what you need
How
to
do you
do.
spell it?
Spices, like-
SCH.
Spice of life. That's all.
SCH.
I
Spices.
I think I was just saying spices. I think, listen, if we have any German listeners, I'm really sorry about what I did. You can do bad Portuguese accents if you want, just to get back at me. But so what's going to happen is obviously, Thomas, there's an ad. Oh, this is fantastic. We're going to put that ad, that 80 Show SA Facebook. I mean, when Thomas Anders comes here and we meet him and we become friends, because remember, we're exchanging sausages, as we said.
Yes.
I'll give him Portuguese sausage and boerewors, and he will give me his many spiced sausages with his own spices. I think, like, how can you lose at this? You can win if you want, especially if you have a spice. That was a Modern Talking song reference. That was just so you know that, Ryan, just filling you in on that. So that's Thomas Anders spices. I found those. Have you guys heard of LostCore though?
What?
So there's this thing, LostCore, of people uncovering. Ryan, you'll actually love this because it's not just 80s, but there is an 80s one.
All right.
Reddit.
Okay.
Okay, on Reddit, there's a whole community on people finding lost songs that nobody knows who produced. There's no record of these songs ever existing, who the artist is. It's a whole genre, LostCore. And I've been checking it out. You find LostCore playlists. Nobody knows who the artists are,
Okay.
right? So there is one, found it on The Guardian, but other resources. It's only 17 seconds long and sounds a bit like 80s era Genesis. But the snippet of bouncy yet sonically degraded pop has become one of the biggest and most enduring musical mysteries on the internet. So on Reddit, they found the song was posted by a guy called Carl92. He says, I don't remember the song. I was doing a backup of old DVDs and I found it. Who can identify the song? Okay, so I'm going to play it for you.
Okay.
The beauty
and
of it
obviously
is,
they've tried to Shazam, right?
but that's what dickheads say.
Right.
So of course you have youngsters. Well, have you tried to Shazam it?
Oh, I'm a youngster.
I just
Yes.
Shazam 3 songs in the last hour this morning.
You see, so that's what the youngsters try to say.
Yeah.
Hello, young person. Do you not get the fact? Do you not think I would try to Shazam it first? Do you not think second, if I'm old enough, I would walk into a record store?
And try and sing it.
Yeah, do you know what the song is?
Okay.
No. People don't know.
Wait, there's no record stores
Have you
anymore.
gone to Google Hum?
Google Hum, Shazam, it's all...
Because Google Hum, you can actually hum it into the search engine and it will find it.
You know, we were going to do a segment on Google Hum, like Ryan's saying, you hum and it tells you the song. We're going to try to do 80s versions. We're going to try to do a segment on the show and see if we could identify it.
Maybe we'll try to do one today.
Google Hum didn't work. If you can get Google Hum working, we'll do it. But Google Hum didn't work. But Dori, I want to play you the song. The beautiful thing is...
I'm going to listen.
The beautiful thing is... And it's a whole genre of lost media. Because as people are moving from physical media to digital, there's physical stuff that's just disappearing. And people don't like, who owns that? Okay, all the movies end up on Plex. The other stuff, where does it go? The beautiful part is I can play the song and there's no rights issues because nobody knows who plays the song. So take a listen to this song. It's called The Lost Song by an unknown artist. It's called Everyone Knows That, Ulterior Motives, right? This is what the song's called, but nobody knows who sang it.
I mean,
It sounds like something you know, but nobody knows.
it sounds like something I know, but the voice is wrong. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I would know the song, but the voice is totally wrong.
They don't say where it comes from, do they?
No, well, nobody knows. So here's the twist in the tale. So it's posted by a guy called Carl92, of which you assume Carl was born in 1992. Okay.
Possibly.
Well,
I think it's safe to say. So he started this thing and goes, I don't know who the song is. Who is it? I was doing this thing, whatever. So now he starts a bit of a thing. And people going, okay, we got to, who's the song, whatever. And starts a subreddit, which goes to thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So like what people have identified is that firstly, no one can quite agree on the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
here's
not the clearest recording.
So here's some of the, it's called Lost Wave or LostCore. Here's one of the things people have deduced. So no one can really agree on the lyrics because it's not that discernible. Also difficult to tell if it's male or female. There's definitely a Boy George culture club feel about it, but it's not discernible if it's male or female.
Yeah, it's like almost a I'll tumble for you vibe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So some people have identified the synthesizer in it, right? And said, okay, we can narrow down it to 1983 circa-ish because that's when they used that particular synthesizer, right? So people have then gone as far as to contact, because they go, who does it sound like? Roxette, contact them, not us. Savage Garden, not us, okay? So, okay, it's not them. And then Carl92 has disappeared. Some people speculate that it's maybe not even an English song, maybe it was Japanese. Because if some people go, no, it definitely sounds Japanese, right?
Can we hear it one more time?
You want to hear it one more
just wanna
time?
hear it 'cause
Yeah. Now that I know a little bit more, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called Everyone Knows That, right? Ulterior Motives, The Lost Song.
It just sounds so 80s.
And that's all that exists
That's
of it.
all that exists
oh
of
my
it.
word. It sounds like it is in one of those, like it almost reminds me of Dickie Roberts' former Child Star movie kind of vibe.
Like lost media. Here's the twist. Carl92, who posted it, has vanished. Okay?
There's so many cases of this.
To some people saying that Carl92 created the song and has put it out as a bit of an internet prank.
What? So he wants people to say that they recognize it,
But
and
it
then it's actually
really
just
sounds like it's from the 80s.
It really does. The last comment from Carl92, I've lost interest in the song.
Well, that's why he's vanished.
Screw you, Carl92. You can't do that to us.
To be fair, I had a similar situation with the song where I heard it on a movie. It was in the 2000s.
Again, not
But,
that 80 show. It literally says
No,
it
I
on
know,
the door.
but I'm
Let's
saying
indulge him for a bit.
I heard the song, and then when I tried to look for it by the band, it wasn't ever on any of the records, only to find out years later, like recently this year, that it was actually posted under the main members, Steve Harwell's music. It wasn't actually from the band, and he sadly passed away. But I finally found the song. But it took me years to look for it because this wasn't you could find it on YouTube under like the movie soundtrack. But that's
what movie?
The Pacifier with Vin Diesel.
Now, LostCore, Lost Wave. Once you go down that rabbit hole,
Oh, I don't think I should start.
And did you try looking at the comments on YouTube aside from Reddit? Did anybody?
people don't know.
They don't know.
People don't know. What I think is that Carl92 made the song, and he started a thing.
I think it was a little compilation made for a movie that was played on a like 80s like radio that was just for a scene, and then they only
Because sometimes they do that for a movie.
Yeah.
They
Because they
need
don't
like
wanna
a
use it.
sound
It's-
alike.
it's an
Right, so-
original. It's like
Yeah.
an original composition, and then they probably just cut it out the movie.
Yeah.
And it was never a real release.
Yeah.
Somebody out there must know.
No, but Dori, the subreddit has hundreds of thousands of people.
And if you
And
can't
no
find
one's
it
gone,
on Reddit,
that's
Yeah.
me singing.
If you cannot find on Reddit, it
because
doesn't
Reddit
exist.
is like it's kind of like an entrance to the dark web,
It
but
really
it's
is.
not the dark web.
It's like
but
purgatory. It's like the lights are off web,
Yeah.
but you can still see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't
It's
fallen
load-shedding
completely
web.
down
It's
the whole
load shedding web.
load-shedding web.
Yes, a load shedding
got it.
web on a full moon, so you can still make your way around, but like you'll stub your toe. So
And you'll find everything you want on there. Like,
even stuff you don't
I've
want.
been on
Yes.
Reddit.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Yes,
Just
thank
some
you.
people may not know, but
Yes.
okay. So then I now found another one called "The
wow.
Most Mysterious Song on the Internet" full version. So this song was
I would hate
recorded.
to look into your search history, Paulo.
Yeah, I clear it religiously. No, daily. This song was recorded from a German radio station called NDR between 1982 and 1984, right? The song was made available in the 2000s, and to this day, no one has been able to give any accurate... I feel like we need spooky music under this. So no one has been able to give any accurate and correct information about the origin. Facts like the band's nationality and exact year of recording are unknown, and to this day, we've not got any information about the whereabouts of the authors or even the correct title of the song.
Not gonna lie, this music's spooky.
Just wait till you hear the song. Apparently, there is no alternative. I feel like I should be Blair Witching it and like dropping snot into a camera. Apparently, there's no alternative online register of the song. The only source is from a cassette tape that a man called Darius recorded from the radio. Recently on Reddit, they found a chorus of the song. A synth called Yamaha DX7 was used with a preset called Sin Lead 5. Ryan, music, you know the stuff?
Sure.
And it's exactly the same sound they used in the song. So, released in 1983, no one knows the name of the song. If you Shazam it, it doesn't show up. It's an unknown song. Let's take a listen to it. The lyrics are in German. I got to tell you, Dori's very approving.
No, I know. I'm looking at her face. She's really taking it in.
Dori, like that, like it really fits Dori's kind of like emo. I
Come
don't
on.
think you hate it.
Do you
Don't-
know what it reminds me of? Remember that One Hit Wonder that Ricky Gervais made before he became an
Yes.
Is
actor?
it
What-
Die in Your Arms Tonight?
No, what is
No,
what is
'cause-
band
no,
called?
'cause-
Pomino dancing or some what? Something
Someone
like-
dancing.
something
No,
dancing.
Something
come on, guys.
dancing.
Tell me you don't hear that song I'ma die in your arms tonight. Come on.
Cutting Crew. No.
Cutting Crew, yeah.
Roll it back, Paulo. I'll show you how it comes.
No, I get what you're saying.
I'll die.
Not really.
No.
The lyrics, in case you couldn't, would like the wind, you came here running. Take the consequence forever. There's no space. There's no tomorrow. There's no sense. It's The Cure, Dori. It's The Cure or Morrissey, the Smiths. I mean,
Very emo. Very emo
that
with
is
a very gothy kind of undertone. But the music was quite poppy.
Yeah, Dori just found a new favorite song.
Well, I mean,
So
but now if I want to listen to this, where do I find it?
Well-
On Reddit only.
no, it's on YouTube. I played you that version. Don't at us because nobody knows. Maybe that's how we get people out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can be the show that finally someone, hey,
Someone's going to go, hey, copyright infringement.
copyright infringement. Say, who are you? We've solved the mystery.
That's actually very clever.
Hey, that's what I'm after here. The most mysterious song on the internet. If you want to listen, That 80 Show SA Facebook. That's where we're going to put it. That's where you're going to hear it. That's what we do. Song sleuths, That 80 Show. And we're gonna flush you out. We're going to use the DRMs, digital rights management. It's in every song. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. The rhythm and That 80 Show is going to get you.
Wait, and this also goes on YouTube, so YouTube will also find it.
Well, this is from YouTube.
Yes.
So
No, but they
This.
will use their software to find.
we're gonna find them.
copyright
We're gonna
infringement.
find who did the song.
Or we're going to be shut down.
Either way,
Oh, we're just going to
a
report
win
to
for the
them.
We're committed.
listeners.
We're committed.
The listeners win either way. So, Ryan, what we like to do on That 80 Show is we like to do 80s multimedia moment.
Let's go with that.
Okay, 80s show Triple M multimedia moment where we talk about 80s movies, music videos from the 80s,
TV
shows remind us of that,
podcasts.
whatever. 80s
about the 80s.
related, adjacent. Dori says she doesn't have a movie. She's got a music video. She wants to
Yes.
tell her. Apparently, Ryan knows this music video.
No, I don't know if Ryan
Oh,
knows
Ryan
it.
does not know this music video. Colleague of Ryan,
Another
James.
colleague, James, knew it.
James,
And
young.
we were watching it
even
this
younger
morning.
James. Even younger James.
Even younger
James is even younger.
James is
but
even
he,
younger.
he has some 80s knowledge.
Okay.
Because what happened was we were working together this morning, James and I, at the same desk. And he starts humming the song. Well, singing, not really humming, singing this 80s classic. And I'm like,
I'm recording today.
why are you singing that? And he's like, oh, it's such a great song. And it was something that I said that kind of made a thing in his brain, like it jolted the lyrics or whatever, and he started singing the song. And I said, it's so funny because I hadn't listened to that song in years. And then the other day, I decided to torture my teenager with some 80s music videos. My husband downloaded on one of our flash drives. There was a folder that said 80s music. So, of course, I opened it
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
on the TV. I was like, what's here? And it was just a whole bunch of random 80s music videos. And so I got stuck in. And this was on there. And I was like, oh, my goodness, I love this song. And I have not seen the video in forever and ever. And I don't remember it. And it is so worth watching. If you have never seen it or if you've forgotten it. The song is Night Shift by the Commodores.
So I just have a question. Because how did they distribute music videos in the 80s? Was MTV around to do that, or was it like did it go out to people's doorsteps on
Ryan,
a videotape?
Since you ask,
I'll let Paulo take this. Yes.
there were TV shows that played music videos. There was, Alex J.
Yes.
He had the best.
He had Fast Forward, but there was Pop Shop before that.
There
with
was
Colca Killers.
Cold Kill Killers.
Cold
Which
Killers
one
doing
was
Pop
Neil
Shop.
Johnson on?
Neil Johnson was on Toyota Top 20.
He was on Toyota Top 20.
Wait,
Shout out
so,
Neil Johnson.
But
Listens
we're
to the
talking
show.
about music videos, right? So
Yeah.
these are music video
So
shows.
it was a show,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? Appointment listening, appointment viewing.
Like
where
5 p.m. on a Friday,
Yeah.
Fast Forward with Alex J.
they played the music videos of the hottest
half
music.
an hour and
half
you'd
an
see
hour.
5 or
just
6
played
songs.
music videos.
They would literally say, and here's the latest song from...
Because we didn't have MTV in
Cure.
South Africa till the 90s.
Yeah.
That only
Okay.
came in the
Yeah.
90s. So
Videos
that,
became more of a thing with MTV. But before that,
it did. Yeah, that was
that's
the
where
very
you saw
few.
them, was
yeah.
on TV.
On TV. So Alex J, Cold Kill
So
Killers, Neil Johnson
You
hosted
said 5
shows.
p.m. on a Friday? That's when the new ones would drop.
But yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
that
that's when the
was
show
one of
was
the
on, yeah.
shows, one of the shows. And then Toyota Top 20 used to be, I think, 6 p.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I know this because I used to watch it while I was eating supper.
See,
Right.
there you go.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's prime time.
Yeah.
That's into prime time.
Yeah.
And you'd watch the music
I mean,
videos.
we could chat to Neil about it anytime. You know, he's a friend of the show.
He's a friend of the show,
Yeah.
huge friend of the show.
So we could ask him. I don't know about overseas. They must have had a similar thing.
They would have had
overseas.
very similar.
Yeah.
But you see, I also think they
Kids
had
Incorporated.
they
used
had
to
a lot of
play
live
some stuff.
acts. So they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
Top of the Pops and things because obviously they had the
Yeah.
artists in and out. Where we
Yeah.
didn't have access to the artists, where the music
So
videos.
videos weren't such a thing because that's what used to happen. But if you had a video and you
Now-
had MTV,
Night Shift
you had Alex J.
by the Commodores.
Yeah.
Now, Ryan, Commodores,
Do you know the song? Do you know who I'm talking about even?
the big breakout star of the Commodores,
Yes.
Lionel Richie.
Oh.
Here's the
Lionel
big.
Richie was originally with the Commodores.
And
This is Commodore's post Lionel Richie.
it
leaving.
is, hey, especially
Yes.
in the 80s. Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of like left and they
He
carried on.
left. So this was one of their probably their biggest hit actually as the band without Lionel Richie. Great song, but the music video. I think you're going to have to just play it without sound. To,
I don't think
to
I've ever seen the music
appreciate-
video.
To appreciate what I'm talking about, it starts and they are just moustaches to be appreciated.
Listen,
okay.
and how big were the afros?
Small to medium to large, depending on which member
Who
you
you
were
were looking at. Okay,
Yeah, depending on
okay,
who you were
I can
looking at.
see
But-
that.
But the moustaches were the main thing. And then as the camera zooms out, you see their pleather pants.
Oh God.
Black
Pleather
pleather
pants.
pants.
Yeah, we've got it lined up here. You see, what happens is, they are not only do they have moustaches,
Oh, wow.
they brush their moustaches.
Oh, yeah.
In this video, they're getting ready for some sort of show,
Yes, it's the
putting
show
all
of the
sorts of
music video.
lotions on themselves, brushing facial hairs.
These men are grooming.
They are definitely grooming themselves. They're like, Lionel Richie, your time has come. We're the Commodores, and we're gonna fucking party all night long. That's what they're gonna. That's what their message.
Check how they're playing with the lighting there as well.
It's very soft focus. Like there's definitely a very pornographic.
Well, it is a very sensual song, you know?
Yeah.
It's very like,
Yeah.
could be a date music
And you
kind
said
of
James was
thing.
humming this in the office?
He was singing it in the office. Yeah.
Look, it's so
We're going
the,
to have to get James on a future show because he knows some 80s things.
the thing you have to remember about 80s music videos, Ryan, what you want to tell you is that, like, so MTV everyone started putting their money into music videos, and it kind of started in the 80s with Michael Jackson and Thriller. The majority of time, a music video was just the band performing their song.
Yeah. They
So
didn't
it's-
make storylines.
No.
And
I mean,
little
like,
mini movies and stuff.
this is the most like they're getting ready to make the song. That was kind of like, oh,
So I
guys,
don't know
that's
how,
creative.
because I can't quite see your screen, I don't know how far you are into it.
Oh,
but
I'm
you've
just
got to
scanning
go
through.
enough to when they're all dressed in the
Yes.
same outfit and doing their little dance.
Oh, because at this point, they're all
No, they-
different.
oh,
There
oh,
they
no.
are.
There we go.
There you
There
go.
they are. Oh,
That's the
yes.
scene.
Yeah, no, they've got like military type outfits on.
I'm
So you
just
see the guy
fascinated by
singing
the
with the
guitar.
with the amazing moustache. You see
They
him,
are.
right?
Kind of looks like Bruno Mars.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
So Ryan. So James and I are saying, wonder if this guy still has that moustache. We Googled him.
Yes, still.
He does.
That's doubling down.
It has not changed.
Well done,
He's
Tim.
basically just an older version of that.
I feel like you have to, yeah, like what Paulo says, you have to double down. You stand
And
by
his
it,
name's
you know?
like James Dean something.
He looks
He's
like
got a very cool name.
He looks like a dude that would definitely still look young because his skin is flawless.
Oh yeah. No,
He-
he's aged well.
Yeah, and
He's aged well.
he would be in his 70s. He still looks pretty good.
I think
Pretty
he was born in the 1950s, so he would indeed be in his
Yeah, it would be in his
late 70s.
Late
possibly.
70s now, yeah.
But looking good.
Probably dead.
Looking good. No,
most
I checked.
probably
I
dead.
checked.
Right,
He is
He
alive.
just
We are
died.
not killing him
we
off
just
today.
announced that he's
No.
unfortunate. Oh no, okay, no. Breaking news.
It kind of gives me the same vibes of that. Do you remember the We Are the World thing that's now dropped on Netflix?
Yeah,
You can
which
go
I
watch
still
that.
haven't finished watching.
No, Dori, you disappoint me. You cannot
I'll
carry
get to
on.
it eventually.
You cannot.
Well, there is a link between the two because Lionel Richie presented that.
was
He did.
Yeah.
His
this
So I
was
can
his
see the
band.
similar. I mean, similar
you gotta-
lighting.
After the show, you got to actually listen to the song while you watch the music video. But I just looked at it and went, "This music video is just a thing of beauty. We've got to talk
I
about
got to
it."
tell you. I got to tell you something. I'm fine to watch the music video. I'm not okay to listen to that song, and I'll tell you.
Really?
Why.
Do you not
no,
like
no,
Night
no, no.
Shift?
I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
This sounds
it's a
spicy.
Story time. Spicy.
Ryan, it's spicy.
Spicy.
This spicy moment is bought. The spicy story site is brought to you by Thomas Anders Spices.
Spices.
Spicy story site. Site is time. That's German.
Get it
Okay.
from your
That's
nearest
German.
German butcher.
Yes. Okay. Spicy story site. So Dori and I used to work for a radio station. That's where we met. I was telling a colleague of ours, a good friend of ours, how you and I actually first met in the dust of the construction site when they forgot to move us. We had met before, but
we hadn't really chatted. We hadn't realized our mutual love of Wham until that moment.
That moment in the dust. Ryan, they moved the entire office.
They renovated the entire office and left me and Paulo.
They didn't tell us.
They didn't move us.
And we arrive at work and our desks are just covered in dust and there's no walls and we're like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay. And then we cried listening to Careless Whisper. So this radio station, very well-known radio station group, at the time there was a band, and I won't name the band, but they used to do a lot of covers of Commodore songs. They were like a kind of pseudo Commodore's cover band. And they would sing...
South African, right?
South African. They're still around. Very talented guys. They've had lots of success, way more successful than me. But they used to cover the song in all of our events. Every kind of staff function we did. You're a big radio station. You got access to all sorts of people. Lockenville, Parlotones. You can get anybody. But they kept getting these guys back in. For every staff meeting, every Christmas function. They're like, guys, we got this great thing. We're taking all the staff out to this place, and we got live music. Them. I was like, oh, God. We're going to do...
Exactly,
right? It's not them that... It was just a bit too much.
Okay.
I have nothing against them. I met...
How long did this go on for? Because this sounds like quite the stint.
Like, honestly, decades.
Probably still happening.
Still happens now. To this day, they have an event. Guys, guess what? We're taking you all to the 12 Apostles in Cape Town. We got the best chefs to make you lunch. And there's entertainment. Those guys, they're going to sing Night Shift. So it was just a bit much.
Okay.
Mix it up. Have a DJ. Sometimes have a DJ.
Yeah.
Sometimes have a Parlotone. I don't even love the Parlotones.
Just one Parlotone.
Give me a Parlotone. Just once. A watershed, even, sometimes. Anyway, that's my problem. So, Ryan, I found this app called Plex. It's one of these free apps that you can download, free movie apps. It's always been like on my smart TV. I never looked at it. I opened up the other day. Of course, I look 80s. They got the most fantastic 80s stuff. Great news, Dori.
Yes.
I've subsequently discovered everything on Plex is on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you don't even need Plex. You don't even need it, right?
All right. But is it better quality on Plex?
No, it's all the same.
Oh, really?
No, it's all the same,
So that
Dori.
80s show on Plex is as bad as it looks on YouTube?
Terrible. Really.
Okay, because the quality's... You can't even see the people's features on their faces.
It's probably the same feed.
Okay, they just stuck it on there.
Yeah. And you know what? Quite honestly, I think Google are less nefarious with my information than Plex are. Let's be honest.
Okay.
I've been starting to get weird SMSs on Plex. Okay. But anyway, so I find a lot of cool stuff on there, find a lot of 80s movies, but I'm really starting to wear them thin now. I found a couple of good ones, and then this week I was going, okay, what can I watch? I found a Rebecca De Mornay movie.
Oh.
She was a saucy lady.
Yeah. Well, I remember being so shocked when she took her shirt off in, was it National Lampoons? I think it was National Lampoons where she all of a sudden her breastises are out. I thought she was a classy lady.
Oh, no. Rebecca De Mornay, she was. Didn't she do When the Cradle Rocked?
Yeah.
She did that one. And then this one in particular, I started watching, oh my God, called When God Created Woman.
I've never heard of it.
No, terrible. I really wanted to recommend it. I tried to watch it. It's about a woman's prison. She's a woman's prisoner. She escapes, but she just does sex with everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. And like straight up, like she meets a guy, literally sex on him.
Well, she's been in prison. I mean, give the
Sounds
woman a
horrible.
break.
Okay, you're quite right. I mean, that's what a guy would do. So yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but lots of nudity there. So I could not watch that. I tried to watch another one called Brother from Another Planet.
Okay.
Which is like a cult classic everyone talks about. Like basically an alien arrives, but through his transformation to Earth, he turns into a black guy. And now it's like this commentary on how he's treated differently. And the alien thinks, well, it's because I'm an alien. Well, it's not because you're a black guy. So
deep.
Everyone talks about it.
Sure.
I could not watch it.
Right.
The quality is
It
also...
must have been so bad if he can't watch it.
No.
Yeah, I know.
He was no.
You know what I think is the quality is actually a big thing.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to see what's going on.
Right.
Like, very difficult.
Yeah.
There was a TV show I tried to watch. Riptide's on there. I'm going to get stuck into Riptide.
Oh, I will get... Ooh.
The Riptide's on there.
Is Riptide on YouTube?
Possibly. This is what I
Okay.
find. It's possibly on YouTube.
I could watch Riptide.
Ryan, not only do I like to do movies, I like to do movies with an odd story behind it. Okay, so I've got a recommendation for you. Okay. Pertinent in a week where I did watch Back to the Future 1 again. So in the 80s, they did this thing. Ryan, in the 80s, the networks, you had all the networks, not many, you had a couple, NBC, ABC, CBS. I think CBS did news in the 80s. But
Was
the
HBO around?
HBO, I don't think HBO were around.
No, I don't think not in the 80s.
Fox, I think Fox came later. But anyway, you had a couple of networks and now they're all battling for the same people, battling for ratings, battling for advertisers. So they all would like do kind of their big shows. What this particular network did, I don't know which one it was, they thought we got a great idea. We're going to make a movie. Never released in cinemas, went straight to TV, where they said, what if we take the biggest sitcom stars of the 50s? Now, a lot of them I don't recognize because I don't really know many of them.
Yeah.
And do a movie where we take the biggest sitcom stars of the 80s, put them in high school, and all the 50s guys are their teachers.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So on the 50s side, you've got, and I don't recognize him, but like Gilligan from Gilligan's Island, he's in it.
Heard of it? Don't know.
You
who
know
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Guys from Welcome Back, Kotter. Guys from Happy Days with the Fonz, that
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Leave It to Beaver.
Okay.
So we've heard these names, right?
Yeah.
So in the 80s, it must have been a big thing. I'm going to show you the movie poster, Dori. The movie is called High School High. Okay?
Okay.
Very appropriate name.
Right? I'm going to show you this movie poster because it is all there. So what it is, it's shenanigans. It's all based around one day. You have this guy who's in high school. He's kind of the in-betweener. He's kind of friends with everyone, whatever. And there's a big party happening. And the party's hosted by the jerk, right? The cool guy in school.
The jock, yeah.
His parents are rich. He's not so jockish. He's just like, his parents are super
just
rich.
popular.
They give money to the school. He gets away with murder. He's part of the cool, popular kids. And he hates our main character. And then it's just a series of shenanigans. They're always pulling pranks of each other. It's a series of shenanigans. He's putting on this big party. His girlfriend feels neglected. Our main character is friendly with the girlfriend. There's kind of this little bit of a love triangle. Results in, they said, if we're going to solve this once and for all, we're going to race for pink slips. Okay, but then our main character's car lets him down, and then him and his nerd friends rebuild a car, race, things happen. Okay?
So complicated. Okay.
They wanted to release it in the cinemas. They decided not to. It became a straight-to-TV movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Prime time was a big event in the 80s. Big event once you start hearing the names.
Right.
Okay? You're going to love it. But it didn't kind of work. And then they were going to use it as a pilot for another TV show. But the concept of taking 50 sitcom stars, putting them in school with 80 sitcom stars, the concept was great. Let me show you some of the people. I'm going to tell you some of the people. So I'm going to say the name, Dori.
Yes.
Todd Bridges.
Wow. Name's very familiar. Don't know.
What you talking about, Willis?
Okay.
Yes, he was Willis.
Willis. Got it.
And what you talking about, Willis? What is it called? Great. Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Played then as well. Now, Different Strokes was, of course, this very well-to-do white family adopts two black brothers. Todd Bridges was Willis.
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman was... What you talking about? Also in this, they had a sister, Dana Plato. She was the sister. She's also in this.
Okay.
Crystal Bernard. Once you see her, you'll know who she is.
I mean, I'm imagining someone blonde.
She was in a load of stuff. Nancy McKeown.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
That's what I'm saying.
Joe from The Facts of Life.
Joe from The Facts of Life.
My fave. My fave.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, ER guy. But before ER,
The Revenge of the Nerds guy.
I don't like thinking of him like that.
But he
Let's
was
think
that
of him
guy.
as the Top Gun guy.
The Top Gun guy.
Yeah.
Who was he? Goose.
As far as I know.
Was he Goose?
He was Goose.
Yeah.
He was
okay.
Goose. He's the dickhead.
Goose.
He's the
Oh,
douchebag
really?
in this. Yeah.
Okay.
Very rich. His girlfriend is Nancy McKeown. But the in-betweener scamp guy, I'm going to flip the screen around. Look there in the top corner, Dori. Who is that?
In the top corner. Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Sure.
Michael
Wait,
J.
let me see Crystal Bernard.
You know her.
I do know her, but where do I know her from?
Well, let's IMDb her. I did IMDb her, but nothing. I couldn't remember anything immediately. So, I mean, that is a stellar cast. I mean, Todd Bridges plays like the school genius, and he invents a robot. And there's a lot of people that pop up in this movie, kind of little roles. Crispin Glover.
Oh, yeah.
George McFly.
Right.
Now, this happened a couple of years before Back to the Future, I think 2 years before.
Okay.
So then, of course, Michael J. Fox and Crispin Glover play father and son
Right.
in it. So Crystal...
Is the movie good? You haven't said.
Crystal Barnard, that was in Wings. She was a lot more...
Could you get through it?
Wings, that's where I know her
She was
from.
in Wings. She was in Fancy Island, Happy Days.
I remember Wings.
She was in The Love Boat. She was in My Two Dads.
Everyone was in The Love Boat.
It's a Living. You're
My
quite
Two
right.
Dads.
My Two
I love
Dads.
that.
What else was she in? Just Shoot Me. She was in
I
for.
love that. That was 90s though.
Yeah, that was
okay.
90s. So she was in a lot of 90s stuff. I remember she was quite like a hottie at one stage. She was like quite the it girl for a short period.
Okay.
So is the movie good? I think it's a novelty.
Okay.
Michael J. Fox at this stage could pull off anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think then afterwards, him and Nancy McKeown are in Teen Wolf.
Okay.
I think so. I think just after this. So he's not superstar yet.
Yeah.
On Growing Pains, Alex Keaton, everyone loves
Not
him.
Growing Pains, Family Ties.
Family Ties, sorry.
Yeah.
I always
Rookie
do
mistake. I know.
that. It's not. Veteran mistake. I always do it. But people see he's got potential. He's like kind of the head of the network, does Teen Wolf, and of course does Back to the Future. The novelty is really great.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's worth watching. Let's talk about it's worth watching clips, of which there are a lot of kind of fun clips. Again, if it's not Michael J. Fox and it's Kirk Cameron, for example, it's not working.
Right.
It's really not working. Another little fun fact of this, Brad Pitt's in it.
Huh.
He's like a nerdy little guy in a library, like a blink and you'll miss it.
So this was before Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt.
I mean, this was 1982.
Oh my God.
1983.
Way before Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, when was this?
Yeah,
This
I
was
mean,
like...
look how young Michael J. Fox
Yeah,
is.
no, this was, I think, was 1982 or 1983. So how old would Brad Pitt have been then? 14, 15?
Maybe.
Right, he's like a child.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, and he plays a nerd, and like, you don't even, only when you pause, and trust me, the quality is very bad.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to pick him up that it is Brad Pitt. The high school they shoot it at was where they shot Grease 2. So it's a novelty.
Okay.
It's fun to watch.
Is it got that the main guy from Happy Days, the one who was in Barry recently?
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah. No, Henry Winkler's not in it.
Ah.
Is there like a subscriber thing that you guys go to where they only have these 80 shows, or is it just a YouTube thing that you
Again,
find?
Darknet.
Darknet,
My search history, Ryan, once again.
Because I actually came across the site I think you and Dori would actually like a couple days ago. So I was doing some research into some of my favorite punk rockers from the 2000s. And there's a group, you may know them, Paulo, Good Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's the twins.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know that they own their own streaming platform?
A lot of people. You see, Ryan knows stuff like this, Dory.
Yeah, he does. He's
And
useful.
I think you're going to like this.
He
This
knows
is-
YouTube boxes. The Misfits. What are those guys trying to get Wayne Rooney to box?
is it Sidemen?
Sidemen. That's that's what I'm thinking about.
No, so Paulo, if you would type in on your computer there is a site called Veeps.com. And so what this is like a Netflix kind of platform, but it's basically of live music.
Netflix of live music. That
So-
sounds pretty cool.
So if you type in Veeps.com, you can literally find any. Well, I don't want to say any because I've never. I haven't actually
we're
gone
going
down the
straight to
rabbit hole.
80s. You know we're going
But
straight to 80s.
it's a platform where you can just stream live music.
Thomas
Like
concerts.
from concerts and stuff?
Anders. No, not there. Rob Thomas is there. Thomas Anders. Who's 80s? Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys.
Pet
would
Shop Boys.
definitely
You know, last
maybe-
week I said Rent is my favorite Pet Shop Boys song. It's not Suburbia.
Suburbia is my favorite.
Yeah, Suburbia is
Yeah,
my
but
favorite
Rent
Pet
is
Shop
right
Boys
up
song.
there.
No, it's very high. Pet Shop Boys, Ryan, we're 2 for 2 here. We're not. This is not the platform for us.
It's not that old, right?
No. So, but anyway, listen. If you're into new music,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? But if you are, Veeps is the place to be for you.
Veeps.
Veeps.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, you
I'm
can-
interested in
You
some
go
new
subscribe
music.
and you can just watch concerts like all day.
So
I'm disappointed now that
So wait, you got to subscribe.
you have to subscribe. And that's what it's like the Netflix of live
it's the
music.
Netflix
These
of
young
live
kids,
music.
they pay for stuff.
Youngsters, yeah.
So funny.
No, so High School USA, you can find on YouTube. Just beware, there is a cartoon series called High School USA as well.
No, it's High School High. You said High School High?
And this is called High School USA. Sorry.
Oh,
Whatever I
you've
said.
been saying High School High this whole time. That's why I said it's appropriate.
Do you know what? No, I don't know the difference. Okay, what I meant, High School USA.
Got
High
it.
School
Okay.
Yes.
High School USA movie. Look
Right,
for that.
got it.
Michael J. Fox. Lots of clips. Watch the clips.
Yes.
The movie's
yes.
too
I
much.
probably won't watch the whole
Yeah.
movie.
It's
Is
nice
there
to-
like a good storyline to it?
No, it's like a typical day in the life shenanigans thing. Like I say.
But it's not like a day in the life of your favorite movie from the 90s.
No,
Which is
Dazed and Confused, which
Dazed
is
and
the
Confused.
best. It's, I mean, there. So, High School USA, Ryan recommending us to go watch Veeps, which is no music, no 80s
Sorry.
music.
I
And
thought
then-
it
I'll
might.
find something on there.
And then
You'll find
Dory
some.
I'll
says,
look
check
for
out the
80s.
Dory,
the
do it.
Commodores.
Do a report back on the next show
Maybe.
if there's something on Veeps.
I'll look on Veeps. I'll try find something 80s related at least. So Ryan, what about you? Have you seen any movies from the 80s that you can remember, that you liked? Anything at all?
I'm scared to say any old movies because I'm scared it's going straight
Could
to
it be
90s.
90s?
No, let's see how this goes.
Okay, we'll give
I'm
you
rubbing
three
my
chances.
hands in glee.
3 chances.
Give me a bit of a list of some movies I might know.
No.
No, I must just say.
Yeah, you must just say.
I'm trying to think of the oldest movies I've seen.
Yes, go with the oldest thing you can remember seeing.
Movie wise, huh? I mean, there's E.T., but it was the one that was redone. I'm assuming it was redone.
Well, remastered, so that's a good
Remastered.
Oh, but that
where,
is from the 80s.
where they took out the guns.
They took out the guns?
They took out the guns.
I didn't even know they did this.
Yeah, no, they took out the guns and turned them into walkie-talkies.
Wow.
Yeah, when they remastered it.
I did not know
Stupid.
that.
Stupid.
So
Because
stupid.
I mean, I've seen. I think it was from 2005, maybe.
Yeah, they remastered it a couple of times, but that's one of the main changes they did.
But
yeah.
you've seen Back to the Future, right?
So I remember it slightly, but I can't remember. I haven't watched it recently.
Have you
I
seen
feel like I'm disappointed in the show a lot.
Like you're disappointed putting your parents here. Terminator. Have you seen Terminator? Rocky.
I've seen Rocky.
Okay. Rambo.
No.
Okay. Look, Barrett hasn't seen Rocky either.
Yeah, it's not his kind of movie.
No, it's not. But he is familiar with Rocky because of the Eye of the Tiger, the Survivor video. They do have some scenes.
How
in
about
there.
the Karate Kid, but not the new one?
The original
The
Karate
original
Kid?
one,
original
not with
Karate-
Will Smith's child.
Not with Will Smith.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
I did see that one too,
Yeah.
but I preferred.
Karate Kid is good.
Okay,
we'll
there
take
you go.
Karate Kid.
We'll take
Is that 80s?
That
That's
is
80s. That's
indeed.
very
80s.
80s, a
Very-
staple.
Okay, I'm scared this is 90s. What's Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Good,
Oh,
nice
80s.
one.
That is
80s.
one of my favorite movies.
We're talking staples now.
and
Inventors of the end credit scene.
and my favorite part was they used that Beatles song as like one of the main.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
great. I love that film.
He's
Okay.
forgiven.
Okay, he's forgiven. He's forgiven. Quite apt though, because of course this coming week is the Oscars,
Yes.
right? So I want to go through the best song winners of the Oscars, of the 80s. The best song winners: 1980, Fame, Irene Cara wins best song.
Perfect.
1981, Arthur's Theme. Oh, that's schmaltz, hey?
But it's beautiful.
Hum that, Google. 1982, Up Where We Belong,
Oh, that's schmaltz.
from Officer and a Gentleman.
I mean, that is a movie I couldn't even get through.
To Clean Your Palate. 1983, Flashdance, What a Feeling.
Much better.
Much better. 1984, I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Oh, back to the schmaltz.
I love that song, though.
is-
We
it is-
spoke
it is a
about it
goodie.
when I gave you the story, Woman in
Yeah.
Red,
Yeah.
written for that movie.
Yeah.
1985 onwards,
Yeah.
Lionel Richie, Say You, Say Me. Quite correct.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take My Breath Away, 1986 from Top Gun. It had to
You
be.
know I hate that song though.
1987, I've had the time of my life.
Wait, which song do you hate from Top Gun?
Take my breath away.
Take My
Bob
Breath
Dylan.
Away. Not Kenny Loggins.
Oh, I was gonna say that Kenny Loggins song is awesome.
Oh,
All the Kenny Loggins songs
yeah.
are awesome.
Right. 1988, Let the River Run from Working Girl. Carly
Yeah.
Simon had a big mouth. Like, not she spoke a lot.
And I
like,
liked that song at the time.
it was huge at the
It was
time.
very big.
Wow, that song was massive.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was
want to
and it's a great movie, as we've discussed.
Yeah, people love that song.
I think we've done all these movies on the show.
No, we have.
Not White Nights.
Not White
Wait,
Nights.
are you telling me? I'm just seeing the peak of the next one there. Are you telling me that movie came out in the 80s?
1989, the Oscar-winning song, best song, Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid's from 1989.
Ron, what you must remember, though, is that movies took a while to come out here.
Yeah.
So if a movie came out in 1989, it's very possible we only saw it a year later.
Or 2 years later.
2 years. They had to make sure they cut out all the parts that went against the apartheid government.
Everything.
So often we'll have recollection of a movie that came out much later in the 80s here, and when you look at the year, but it took a while for things to come out. It wasn't the same.
I think all those Disney movies actually came out back then, if I think back.
I think Little Mermaid was the first one. Huh? Wasn't it?
I don't know, but that's a cool song. I like that song.
Yeah,
It is.
See. I can't believe that won an Oscar.
So
What was
it's-
it up against is the question.
Okay, what it was up against, Cher and Peter Cetera after the fall from the movie Chances Are.
Although, chances are I had Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, there
Sure,
we go.
Peter
See,
Cetera.
yeah, you can't bring up that name in front of Dori.
Yeah, but the song's horrible.
Disney would then dominate, winning 1991 for Beauty and the Beast, 92 for Aladdin, 94 for The Lion King, 95 for Pocahontas, 99 for Tarzan. But I think 1991 was Peebo Bryson and Celine Dion, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
92 was who did the Aladdin song? It was also a big name. 94 was Elton John. He did the Lion King, the main
Yes.
song.
That's amazing.
95 was, I'm thinking Michael Bolton, but probably not. And then 99 Tarzan, I think, was Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
So-
and that was an epic
Yeah.
soundtrack.
So that was,
Every single song on there was.
that's knowledge, Dory. That's knowledge.
It's 90s stuff, you know your
I've
stuff.
got some good knowledge.
And that's not an article.
Somebody from the 80s, girls just want to sell their music. Cyndi Lauper sold her catalog to Bjorn from ABBA.
Wait, for how much? For how much?
So she's done this. So she's sold it to the Pop House Entertainment Group, which is owned by Bjorn from ABBA. Basically sold her catalog for, does not name a price.
Okay, but what does that mean? Does that mean that he can do anything he wants with those songs?
Yes.
Basically,
She
he
doesn't
owns them.
make. She doesn't make royalties anymore.
Yeah, but he's paid her handsomely for it. She said,
Many artists have done that. I mean, Justin
Yep.
Bieber just sold his catalog.
Yeah. So she said, so the singer and the company aim now to exploit her music through live shows, television, and other projects.
Exploit.
Dory, I'm telling you, Ryan, who spoke about this last week, George Michael's estate have registered to do a hologram show. Freddie Mercury's estate have registered to do a hologram show. Now, Cyndi Lauper is selling her catalog to Bjorn. Bjorn did the ABBA avatars. I'm telling you now, we are going to have a super group
Oh, yeah.
of holograms.
Oh, yeah.
It's all coming. Bjorn,
I mean, if you've thought of it, he's thought of it.
it's Bjorn's
For sure.
goodbye. It's Bjorn's final moment.
Michael Jackson also.
Did he do the hologram? They're going to do
The
holograms?
first thing they said when he died was that they have a hologram show ready.
I'm telling you, we're just waiting for the technology.
Also, can I just say, I was at a Greek restaurant the other night with my family for dinner, and all I heard was ABBA. Literally every single song. I was like, so ABBA's now just good for Greek
Not
restaurants.
Greek music.
Well,
George Michael, at least, he's Greek.
Mamma
Separate.
Mia, I mean,
I suppose.
had a bit of
ABBA
a
is
Greek
family
vibe.
friendly.
No, I know, but
But I
I'm
mean,
saying
they, in Mamma Mia, they did go to
they
the
did
Greek
go to
island.
Yeah.
No, this is a point. I'd be playing George Michael.
Yeah.
You're
You guys should be
funny
playing
at.
George Michael. on
Anyway,
anything.
yeah, I would find a reason anyway to play George Michael. Ryan, we've been doing a quiz the past few weeks.
Okay.
Dory found a quiz from pastfactory.com. Guess the 80s song by the first line, and you're going to play.
Okay.
So far, we haven't got one wrong.
Oh, dear.
Okay. this is
Right.
Now
fine.
we're going to make Ryan do it.
We're on 23% correct. You see that?
Okay.
Look, you see the blue there?
Yeah.
Can
We-
he have first try, but then we can correct him if he's wrong?
It's multiple choice.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If he chooses the wrong one, I don't want to ruin our winning streak, is what I'm saying.
Maybe we should. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm
Okay,
going to.
wait. Why don't I give you an answer, and then if you guys can correct me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Can we correct
That's
it?
a little bit of a cushion.
What if we, because there's four
might
options.
know. He might
What
know
if we give him two options?
Okay.
Okay, let's do it this way.
All
right.
right.
So the first song here, we're just going to do 5. So the first song here is by Bon Jovi. You've
Yes.
heard of Bon Jovi,
Yes.
familiar with him?
Yeah, you might know
Right.
this one.
Bon Jovi documentary coming out soon. Can't wait to
Okay.
watch it, end of this month. The opening line is, Tommy used to work on the docks. It's either from Living on a Prayer or I'll Be There For You.
It's living on a prayer.
Well done. Great start, Ryan.
I know that one.
You must trust him, Dory.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Oh, it's a George Michael one.
Oh.
It's a George Michael one. Oh. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. Is either from Careless Whisper or Faith.
To be fair, I think I'm going to go with Careless Whisper, but I have a feeling I'm wrong.
No, well, you can change your answer.
It's
Can't
faith.
change your answer.
It's faith. He had a
I knew
change
it.
of heart.
I did have that feeling.
Well
Yes.
done.
You had faith.
Well, this one
You
is
had faith that you were
tough,
wrong.
Dory, because I don't recognize that band there.
Oh, God.
The opening line is, "Won't you come see about me?"
Oh, I know exactly.
Okay,
who
so
that
Dory,
is.
you can
Okay,
answer this. Who is the
let's-
band?
Simple Minds.
Simple Minds. I didn't recognize it is Simple Minds. Is it Mandela Day, Belfast Child, Alive and Kicking, Don't You Forget About Me? Okay.
Ryan,
Don't you
do
forget
have any
about me.
ideas?
No, I
It's Don't You
figured it
Forget
was that
About
one.
Me.
No, once
From
you,
the Breakfast Club.
Once
People, come
yes,
on.
once
I
I
saw
saw
it.
Don't You Forget About Me, I
I
got
saw
it.
it the way Dory rolled her eyes. I was like, this has to be it.
An Elton John song,
Oh, this could go either way.
Don't Wish It Away.
Okay.
Now I've got to remember which song it is. I guess that's why they call it the blues or Sacrifice.
This needs some tense music.
I guess that's why
What
they
are
call
our
it the
options
blues.
there again?
Those are your two options.
I guess that's why they call it the blues or Sacrifice. The lyric is Don't Wish It Away.
Oh, I don't know if I want to be responsible for this one. Dory, any ideas?
Hum it.
I know exactly what the answer is.
The first one.
There you go. Because if you got it wrong, it give me the blues.
We would have sacrificed you.
Oh,
I would have confused him. So this final one, again, I don't recognize this person, Dory. Who's that?
and that hairstyle was
just
so
tell me the
common in
lyrics,
the
I can't
80s.
see.
Can you hear me calling out your name? The song choices are Everywhere, Gypsy, Seven Wonders, Little Lies.
Oh,
that's
that's
Stevie
Stevie
Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Okay, I know which one it is. Do you want me to help there?
Can you hear me? Call out your name. Okay, so the song is either Everywhere or Seven Wonders.
I'm going to Seven Wonders. But I have a bad feeling, so I'm going to switch to the other one.
Yes. What good instincts you have, Ryan. Fantastic. We have not got one wrong yet.
Oh, and it was close.
Oh, no.
That music was...
No.
You
the-
did
the
very
music
well.
does- the
Better than
music
I
does.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Bon
you did
Jovi.
very well.
Very little help from us. Very little
None
help. No.
whatsoever.
So, Ryan, have
Great
you
instinct.
enjoyed being on that 80 show?
I have. It's been quite educational.
Yeah. That's what we are. We're education.
We're an educational show.
Lost music.
I think
found
it's
music.
important that people listen to this to try and figure out, how we've progressed.
We've got to keep the culture alive in 6 years'
Or
time.
regressed even.
You guys have been keeping this culture alive for a long time.
Yeah, we have.
We have been doing this show for a very
When was
long
the first
time.
episode?
2014, I think it was.
Sure. When I was in
Well,
matric.
no, I mean, if you want to go back to our original.
No, that's when I think it. Oh, was it even before then?
Of
You're
course it was
right.
before then. I think it might have been 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
I was in grade 10.
See this guy?
Because remember, we celebrated our 10th birthday year
yes.
before last.
Nobody's keeping track. Celebrate your birthday today. Got you a bottle of Spree.
I'm going to enjoy my spree this weekend. Thank you, Louis. I will thank him personally.
Fantastic, Ryan. I know you're off, or hopefully off to Ireland. You won't be there for St. Patrick's Day.
No.
Go to Bono's village where he lived. Very
Bono's
nice.
village.
Ask people to take you to Dorky to see Bono's Irish house.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Dorky. You can listen to the Pogues.
Very nice.
Everywhere plays the Pogues. Very good. I
I
mean,
can't think of a single Irish artist to tell you to look out
Sinead O'Connor, but can't look
Well,
out for her.
exactly. All I've told Ryan is watch where you walk on a Saturday and Sunday morning in Dublin.
And on a Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday
Watch where
morning,
you walk.
Friday
Street-
morning.
Where the streets
Monday?
have
No
lots of
drains.
vomit.
Have in the vomit stays. Everything we spoke about on the show today. Most of the stuff can be found at 80 Show essay. The rest of it can be found on Reddit. We take no responsibility for what you find there. It's hot.
So hot.
Time to put on the aircon. Thanks for joining me, Dorian. Thanks for joining us, Ryan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
I'll keep you updated.
Okay,
Yay.
bye.
Bye.